Yeah, and I just went over. I'm like, oh, let me go do a tomb mission.
Yeah.
And then I spent the next half hour like climbing and doing stuff, and it's not bad.
Neat. I mean, you actually, like, they'll have really large, intricate areas, and you have to actually chart your way through the whole thing. And then occasionally there'll be bad guys you have to fight and stuff. But
I
it's
didn't even
mostly
fuck with that guy. Oh, yeah, in the first one, that's right.
But I mean, it's mostly just the exploration of it, and it's awesome. Like, once you get to the top, you're like, fuck yeah, I found that assassin's tomb. You know, like.
And they do some really cool stuff too. Because I remember when I was in the temple, not the temple, the whatchamacallit, the church, and like you would get a certain far through the thing, and all of a sudden you'd knock down a ladder.
Yeah.
So if you did fall off, you could just climb back up. So
up.
they're doing some good stuff there, considering.
Yeah. There's a lot of places where I felt that there could be a pain point that I'm just saying, like, stuff like that, where you're just like, oh, that's nice.
The only pain point I had was initially when I was climbing some of the big stuff.
Yeah.
It felt to me very randomly, I would just jump off.
Yeah.
And that kind of bugged me for a little while. And then I figured out basically you don't touch the A button.
Yes, you never.
At all.
I did the exact same thing as you, because when you're free running through the city, you're just holding down the A button all the time. You're just like,
A button, right trigger, point.
And then you just run everywhere. But if you're climbing a building, you get your fucking thumb off that A button, and you just go up the building. And
if it even comes close to touching it, you're like,
he'll just leap to his death. He'll just leap to his death. It's true.
And you got to start over, which kind of sucks.
And the little things are what killed me. Like the little funny bits of dialogue.
Dialogue is really good.
Oh my God! There's when you meet your uncle or whatever it is,
Uncle Mario,
Uncle Mario, and he's like, "It's a me, Mario." I just about like snarfed.
Yeah.
I think I was like, I did like a spit take.
It's total cheesy thing, but it's like something you don't expect, because for the most part it's pretty serious.
Yeah,
it's like, blah blah blah, my parents.
Which makes those moments so much better.
Yeah.
Because the voice acting is top notch.
Oh
Just
my God.
absolutely every character is really well done.
Yeah.
So when they throw in these jokes, it makes it like 3 times funnier.
Yeah. Well, like when the mom says, this happens very early, when his mom says, it's like, what outlets? So they're like, I don't mean vaginas. It's just like, holy shit, like, did she just say that?
I know.
And it's good, but I have to give a comment, though, just like, the character animation, especially after seeing like Uncharted, is pretty shitty.
It is,
and I don't understand why. Because you look at Ezio when you're running around, and when you get close up, you like see his animation. It's just like he has the most intricate modeling and like texturing and everything. And then when you see his face and you're talking to him, he's just like flat.
Yeah.
I
was really curious about that. Like, I think what happened is the guy that was supposed to be designing the faces, like, was dicking off for the whole project. And then at the end, they're like, all right, we're about to ship. Like, give us the face animations. He's like, oh, about that.
Oh, yeah.
I've actually been working on Uncharted. Like, I've just been taking the paycheck. Like, seriously, it looks like they didn't do fuck.
But they did such a good job. You look at the modeling of the city, and like 400 of the 450 people were city designers.
Yep.
Seriously.
Yep.
Like,
it's true. So there's and like, just speaking of the little things, like when I was running through the buildings, like sometimes you'll fight a dude and the guards will be chasing after you.
Yeah.
I was climbing up this one building to get away from them. The guards started picking up rocks,
Yeah.
hucking them at me and knocked me off the building, like stuff like that. And if you're running through the city, there's these dudes just loots.
Yeah. So
They'll
what's up with
be
them?
annoying the piss out of you.
Yeah.
They just want money. So like you can throw money.
Oh, that's what you do. Okay, gotcha.
But here's what's funny is, like, for a while I would just reach in my pocket and throw some money whenever they came and annoyed me. I'm like, God, this is fucking annoying. But if you're walking, if you hold down A, you pick people's pockets. If you pick their pockets, they get pissed off and leave you alone.
Really?
It's awesome. It's awesome. So these guys are like, la, 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 la. They start playing. I'm like, yoink, I took your fucking money. And they're like, God damn you. They like put their guitar away and just walk away.
I'll have to, because basically you're walking and they will stop you. So like, it really pisses me off.
But take their money.
Why not?
Pickpocket their shit.
But
so, it's just full of moments like that where I'll be playing and just like, I'll discover something, like a new way to play or just like new things to explore.
But like so many different elements to the attitude. There's like stealth elements where you have to go and walk along with people. If you walk too close to people, guards, and they start noticing, you can just sit down next to somebody. You're like, boop. Yeah. You're like, what?
And you go the whole world goes gray. Like it shows you that you're in masked mode. Like you can kind of walk along with passersby. You can sit down. You can jump into hay bales. Do whatever.
And they have all these hiring mechanisms. So you can hire thieves, which will go and kill people for you. You can hire hoes.
That's awesome.
Which is awesome.
I know. I wish I could just have like a gaggle of whores
Yeah.
with me all the time in real life that I could just sick on people. Like the cop is just like, you motherfucker, you were going 150 miles an hour. It's like whores on him, and it's just like, and then like any guards that are going to come after you, all of a sudden the whores are just like
pretty much
flashing boobies for boobies for newbies.
Or like you're in line for DMV, you're just like, hey, just like go whores,
make this happen. I need my army of whores.
That would be pretty awesome. But they do cost a lot, 150 lira or whatever.
That's true.
So yeah,
that's true.
You know.
But I love it. There have been so many moments where it's just, like I'll come up against a situation where I don't want to dick around with these guys, and I'll buy whores or I'll buy guards. I'm just like, go get them.
Yeah, just like I'm too busy.
Or if you hire the soldiers and send them into a pack of dudes,
the mercenary dudes,
you hire the mercenaries, then you just go around backstabbing everyone that they're fighting.
Yes,
it's awesome. You're just like, go distract those guys, and there's this full-fledged fight, and they're all sword fighting, whatever. I'm just going around like yoink, yoink, fucking stab.
Oh, well, see, about that though, like the combat is another thing that again I don't want to talk too badly about it, but it's just like the combat doesn't have much depth. I mean, you get to a point, it's just like block, counter, block, counter, block, counter. I mean, like with the other stuff that you're talking about, it's cool because they give you other options to avoid combat. But at some point, I'm like, I'm killing 40 dudes the exact same way for the most part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like they start to give you more advanced moves as you move on, where it's just like you can go to unarmed combat and take their sword away. Yep. You can actually throw dirt in their face.
Okay.
So like. There is some variety if you want to switch it up, but I mean, like you said, if you don't want to, you can just take your sword out and you're just like block, counter, block, whatever.
And then what I do now is just like, are there whores? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there mercenaries? Okay.
Right.
I mean, like I have this hierarchy of
whores,
distractions. Whores are always
the top of Yuzo's pyramid.
That's right. Distraction pyramid.
Yeah, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Whores. And then food.
Yes, somewhere around there. But shit, dude, it's just like they have that, and like we didn't even talk about the city building aspect.
Yeah, that's cool.
So like at some point in the game, you go back to your villa or your city, and you can start basically buying new art stores, buying new doctors, like everything.
And then as you pay to improve the doctors or the armories, you get discounts on the stuff that you buy from them.
Yeah, it's like they took the Fable 2 thing.
It actually feels very Fable-ish because what happens is the more you build up the town, the more incomes it brings in.
Yeah.
So you go back and you empty out the chest of taxes or like whatever
income.
Tourist money, like a bunch of Americans are coming over and they'd be like, oh, the palazzo, it's just like, oh shit,
oh, the whores,
yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
So you start to collect the money, so you want to keep improving the town, and when you're going around to other cities, you buy art, and it improves your town, like everything improves your town.
It's a collectathon. This game is so and that's why I think it's almost too much because like I want to do everything. I want to get every single painting. I want to get every single codex page.
Yeah,
really.
Well, I mean, like I'm going like OCD on this game. Because the thing is it's fun. It has never once felt like work. Like I feel this kind of just sense of joy the entire time I'm exploring these towns. I love it.
Just like, and we hated Assassin's Creed.
The first one. I don't even.
It's so
like
bad.
It's almost like once I beat this one, I almost want to go back to the first one and compare and contrast because we had this visceral hatred of the first one. We're like, fuck this game. Like it's boring, it's repetitive, whatever.
Sucked. It was. Really, I mean, seriously, it was really bad.
So I almost want to try it again, just because like.
Would you play through it though? Would you play through it just to get the whole story and
probably
all
not,
that?
but I just want to see like the improvements, you know. But
it's really good.
Buy this game right now.
And you know the one thing I just want to comment to is just like Ubisoft, we've really gone on them. We basically like really complained about them because they've been taking a lot of our favorite genres, a lot of our games, and just dumbing them down.
Yes.
You look at Prince of Persia, you look at the original Assassin's Creed, a bunch of them. They basically dumb down every single component, so it's not interesting to more hardcore gamers like us.
Exactly.
But with something like Assassin's Creed, if you think about it, this game is going to sell like gargantuan because you take any person, show them how to free run, they're going to basically say, I'm a badass.
Yeah.
But it's still like more interesting for us because there's like races that are a little harder to do. There's all this other stuff.
And it's all optional. Like you can be as hardcore as you want. You can go off and be completionist. You can do the really hard missions. You can find all the tombs. Or you can just be like, I'm just going to go where there's an exclamation mark.
And do the story.
And feel cool anyway.
And kill some dude.
Yeah.
And like,
that's
the thing.
Easy mode, whatever.
Yeah. And it's just like for me, from coming from a developer's standpoint, it's just like I have a lot of respect for Ubisoft now. It seems like they finally figured out the formula to make it very accessible because that's what they want to do. They want to go after the Wii market. They want to make all these games that they have accessible, but it's still fun for us.
Exactly. I mean, like you look at this compared to like this game is the diametrical opposite of Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
It's just like Prince of Persia was just like a spoon-fed bullshit, like half retarded version of a game.
Yeah.
And then this is like perfection. Like
it's really well done.
Is a shining jewel of tuning.
And it makes me sad because like you think Beyond Good and Evil 2. If they had learned all of this stuff with Assassin's Creed, they were working on it, and they stopped.
Why? I want Beyond Good and Evil so bad.
And it could be this good.
It could be this good.
It could be. Please. What's his name? Peter. What's his name?
I'll suck your dick. Come on, Peter Molyneux. Like
no, not Molyneux.
Not Molyneux.
Yeah.